Lynn said she might be a couple minutes late. She said there were a few traffic lights between her and her house that she needed to get through. So she said she'll be coming in hot and heavy into the meeting at some point.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone because my computer's having issues.
For whatever reason, my Zoom recently just crashes in the middle of meetings for no reason.
Nice.
Yeah. Especially it's good when you're the one recording the meeting.
Yeah, that's Tim, is Joe on yet?
Right here.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Just lovely, except my computer's giving me a hard time, so I'm on my phone.
Okay. Hey, Bill.
No, that's the Renzi Bulgar group.
Oh, it really
Led by Phil
is
Renzi.
that impressive.
He
You
is.
don't know. You don't know how to pronounce that name, and when you live in Massachusetts, it's Bulger.
Is that Billy or
Sure. There we go. Not to confuse you. There you go.
You're on this thing way too much. If you can do that easy.
Yeah, this is my 5th Zoom today, I think.
oh my God. Hey,
How's
Tom.
your construction project going?
Not good.
Don't talk. We don't talk about that after 5
I know.
o'clock.
Yeah, 4 of my Zooms were related to it. I don't want to talk about it.
Phil, welcome to Happy Land.
I got a puppy today. I got that much going for me.
You got a name?
Bailey,
Nice, nice.
And what type of dog?
chocolate lab.
Oh, beautiful.
My Bailey was a golden lab.
Nice.
My Bailey was a beagle.
That first year is a tough one with the lab, though.
I have a 3-year-old yellow lab, so yeah, we got our work cut out for us here.
And the kids are all helping, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Encouraging bad
Didn't
behavior.
sound like that there, Phil.
Yeah. Yeah, they said they would. I trust them.
Of course they said they would. There we are.
This
Oh,
floor,
look at that. That's very cool.
it's the newest
Yeah.
member of the permanent building committee right there.
Right, that's right.
Is
No,
that
but
who's
it-
replacing Richard Conway?
She's
Oh,
gonna be
Richard.
in the working group.
Nice.
Okay, I gotta get her out of here. I'll be right back.
So Joe, I don't have rights to share yet. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Fine. I have to make you the co-host. Are you doing it?
Yes,
Well, how did you get that? I didn't do it yet.
somehow it just popped up.
Okay. Then I won't screw it up. We have a quorum.
Ready
Jason
to
will not
start
be
then?
here. Pardon?
Let me know when you're ready to start.
Well, I don't see why not. John is here now. Yep.
Okay, we'll get started then. Welcome, everybody. First on the agenda is approval of meeting minutes, then the March invoices, a review of change order number 14, and then a special PCO 76 due to value needs to be approved separately, but it is included in change order 14. A quick budget update, and then I'll turn it over to Vaughn to give construction progress, remaining work to complete, and the look ahead construction schedule.
So Lynn, the only thing that I would mention is that we probably should vote on PCO prior to the change order.
Okay.
If it's included,
Yes, I'll do that.
just swap those two.
All
Okay.
right, to begin with, is there anyone wish to engage in public participation? Raise your hand. Seeing none. Okay, Lynn, go right ahead.
I move that we approve the March 9th meeting minutes as written.
Is there a second? Anybody?
Second,
Thank you, Tom. Any discussion? Hearing none, are there any objections to approving the March 9th Permanent Building Committee meeting minutes? Hearing none, they're approved.
Okay, next are the March 2023 invoices.
So I move that we approve owner project manager left field invoice number 29 for the sum of $10,000.
second,
Any discussion? Hearing none. Tom,
yes,
Chip,
Yes,
Bill,
Yes,
Wayne,
Yes.
Mark,
yes,
John?
Yes.
All right. It's unanimous.
I move that we approve commissioning services for left field invoice number 29 dated 3/31 for the sum of $1,080.
second,
Any discussion?
Just a quick question on commissioning. Is the town involved in commissioning the town building people?
Yes, Chris is involved in all of it.
That's right, and as well as training, and the majority of that is coming up soon, but we'll make sure that they're closely involved.
Do you know who selected the software for that?
It's proprietary. It's the same software that the town uses, was using and continues to use. That was a proprietary controls contractor.
Okay.
Any other
If-
questions?
My screen just went blank.
All right, well, we got to vote first and then we'll see if I can help you. So on the commissioning, Tom,
yes,
Chip,
Yes,
Bill,
yes,
Wayne,
Yes.
Mark,
yes,
John?
Yes.
Unanimous. Anything yet, Chip?
nope.
Okay, next is for architect, engineer, basic services.
Somebody's gonna have to take, I have literally a black screen. I'm gonna have to get out and come back in.
Okay.
So somebody's to take over.
Invoice number 27-022023 dated April 10th, 2023 in the amount of $15,906.89. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Okay.
Oh, you want the motion first?
No, just, you move that amount, that's all.
I move the 15,906.89.
All right, is there a second?
Second it.
Thank you, John. Any discussion? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Chip, are you back?
I am. Where are we?
Just say yes.
Yes.
Unanimous. Oh, you're easy. You can just tell them to do anything. All right, the next is construction cost bond building.
I
Yep.
move that we approve construction costs for bond building invoice number 15 for the sum of $467,371.96.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
I move that we pay environments at work under the FF&E invoice number 41601 dated 3/30/23 for the sum of $1,409.
Second.
Any discussion? And I have one quick one. Lynn,
Yes,
we have balance after this of FF&E of 122,000?
yes, we haven't paid for they haven't billed for the large amount.
Oh, okay.
For
So
the furniture.
for the furniture,
Right.
Yeah.
all right. I was hoping.
No,
Yeah.
it's committed.
All right, it's all right, all right. Any other
Like-
discussion? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Unanimous.
I move that we approve case security invoice 17979 for the sum of $290.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
I move that we also approve case security, their next invoice of 18147 dated 3/11 for $290.
Second.
Any discussion? Lynn, so this is miscellaneous? And of that 44,000, is there, how much is, if any, have been already?
Very little. We've committed 42,600 and something for automated solution or logic.
That's where the money for the
Yes, yes,
AV out of.
controllers, yes.
So
Yeah.
it's like just under 2,000 left uncommitted at this point.
And we're pretty close to the end of the line with case security. These are for fire alarm shutdowns and to turn the system back on at the end of the day. We're within the last, we're close. Should hold.
Any other questions? Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Invoices
Yeah.
done.
Okay. Next is PCO 76 for the additional roof drainage redirection. And the amount of this PCO is $34,063.
Lynn, you're showing, according to my view, the change order number 14 right now.
Right, the title's wrong, but it is PCO 76.
Oh, this is all of it?
It's part of 14, but this is the one we need
Right.
approval by the,
Have PCO, it's separate?
yes,
Yeah, and we're asking for this approval from the committee based on the value being $35,000. It needs individual approval.
Correct, but your guys are missing me. We do not, we only have it as part of this PCO. We don't have it as as a part of this change order. We don't
is-
have individual PCO to show.
It is included in PCO 14. If you see it here, the third line item, 34,063, see my cursor?
Yeah. I'm asking, do we have it not included in this, just as its own PCO?
It's right here on the screen.
Okay, what is the $4,000 at the top, the credit?
Yes, that's the total accounting of PCO 76, and at the bottom, the current amount of the PCO is $34,063.
And this work has all been done in October and November?
Correct.
Yes, it has. The genesis of this is that the roof drains where they were shown on the drawings, and as they traverse through the building, were not coordinated architecturally, and we're going to build out some of the walls. So the drainage had to be redirected and redirected somewhat significantly.
Yeah. Okay.
All
I
right,
move,
okay, you want to do the motion, Chip? Sorry.
no, you can do any other question.
Any other questions on this PCO? Okay,
I move that we approve PCO number 76 for the sum of $34,063.
Second.
any other further questions? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes,
Phil,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
it's unanimous.
And this is construction change order number 14, of which PCO 76 is a part. And the total of change order number 14 is $64,869.
so I move that we approve the change order number 14 for $64,869.
Second.
Any questions? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes,
Phil,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
it's unanimous.
Okay, and to give you a brief overview of where we stand with, the budget. We are 98% committed and we have expended 87%. We have used all of the construction contingency, and we have $60,307 left in the owner's contingency. And prior to pendings and estimating, we have estimated PCOs, we have $236,145 left in the GMP contingency. This includes all the March commitments, all the invoices that you just approved, as well as change order 14, so that you could see the impact to the budget. I also moved 25,000 from the other administrative costs to construction contingency. I also moved $29,741.17 from owner's contingency to construction contingency, so that I could fund the change order 14 for $64,869. So taking a look at what we have left, again, we have $60,307 left in the external contingencies. We have pending against that submitted PCOs of $24,325. We also have estimated PCOs in the amount of $28,000, which leaves us with $7,982. On the construction contingency side, we started out with $236,140. We have pending and submitted a value of $26,271, and we also have estimated pending PCOs in the amount of $195,218, which gives us a remaining total of $14,656.
Are there any questions?
Didn't mean to jump ahead. I don't know what
That's all
happened.
right. Hearing none. Go ahead, jump ahead.
I'm frozen for some reason, sorry. So it'll probably jump back when it feels like it, but while it's on this slide now, I'll say that our next PBC meeting for the, yep, there you go. Our next PBC meeting, I don't know what's going on.
May 11th.
For the public safety is May 11th. And we are also wanted to say that on May 23rd at 5:30, all the town departments will be doing a tour of the completed public safety building.
That includes the permanent building committee, not just the
Right.
town department.
Our tour that we're inviting the town departments to.
Right. Right. Sorry about that.
Do we
That's
know
all
what time?
right.
What
I
time is,
consider
what time is the tour?
5:30.
Is that the official turnover to the town?
Yep, no, the turnover will happen before that.
Yeah, so
There's no official turnover. This has been a phased project. So the lobby's been open for months now. Phase, the locker rooms are starting to turn over. So at this point, the project will be done. Completed.
and we like
For completion is May 19th.
Yeah, so on the 23rd, we'd like to invite this committee, if anybody's interested, Steve Mayo, Town Council. If you'd like to take a walk through and see these spaces, the police is accommodating us to do a tour through, and we can show everybody the work that has been done.
Do
The-
we need hard hats and masks?
Behind locked doors. So this is a one-time shot.
Do we need
Yeah.
hard hats?
No, it's a fully occupied site at that point, so there's no safety gear required. It'll be turned over at that point. You'll see the police moved into their space, and it'll be kind of a behind the scenes tour.
Cool.
Okay. I'll turn it over to who gets it on Bond's side for the construction of.
Dave, are you gonna do this, or how are we gonna do this
Sure.
together?
Yeah, or you could chime in, feel free. John was nice enough to add some commentary on the photos this time, so we could see him, but
Read it.
John is not with us tonight. He's on a plane heading out for his honeymoon, so we're giving him some well-deserved time off after a long road. But as you can see in the photos, we're nearing the finish line. We've got the sidewalks that were held off on the new addition side in now. And I think hopefully at the end, we'll see there's landscaping in those areas as well at this point. So that's just some of the finished last phase of site work going in.
Yeah, I'll just like you said, David, these pictures are a couple of days old, but if you took a ride by there tonight, you will see that there's a bunch of plantings in this space that's about to get mulched within the plantings. And we will, in the next week to 10 days, we'll be giving back some of this much needed parking. Bond is going to pull back into a very small fenced in area, but I know giving back some of this parking will be very welcomed from the police.
We go to the next one. Some spaces that we've turned over are now furnished or being furnished in the police area and the detectives area. And then the evidence storage room on the far right is on the final phase now. Just I think it's drywalled now and then being painted. So those final phases are nearing the punch list phase at this point.
That's right. Now, sorry, Dave, but I'm just going to add that when we're looking at these areas with the final phases of framing here, Dave is right. Those are boarded, taped, painted almost any day. And it's a small area. It's Sergeant's office and a couple of storage rooms. And that is our last interior renovation. So besides that, we got mechanical work to complete, but we are in the last stages of this project, thankfully.
And the photo on the right is the third floor of the addition, furnished and in use. And as Adam mentioned, mechanical units, the replacement of the major units is ongoing. We've got the two big units, 1 and 2, are up and being the startup and commissioning process is underway, and RT3 happened this week as well, which is the largest, that was the final RT replacement, and all the roof patching is being done. And again, these units are being commissioned with startup and checkout point to points now.
Yeah, quick question on the startup of the equipment. Is
Sure.
there a training session with the town involved in this equipment?
Absolutely.
There will be, Wayne, and that's, both the rooftop units. We're gonna review of all the service areas, right? All where all the isolation valves are, but we will be there when the factory starts these up. We'll invite Chris and others from the town. And then we'll also be doing training not only on the major units themselves, but on the controls. We have significantly upgraded the controls package on this building, and there'll be new graphics and new training. So that'll be part of it too.
Okay.
Is that all we have?
All right.
Oh, some more. Again, just little details. Final phase, which is being turned over next, and this is the last of it. So just final patching of mechanicals that went in, and those last couple rooms Adam mentioned that are being turned over now. It's the
If we go back to that booking one, if you will, right? There's some access points that we're going to be providing, some either access panels. We're going to make that an accessible ceiling, because that space in booking is immediately under one of the major rooftops. So to assist in the service of that in the future, we're going to make sure you got good access there.
Sorry, Adam, I can't go back. It's freezing up every time I try to do that.
That's all right.
It's the-
Looking here, this is the women's locker room that is nearing completion. We've got a couple of items we have to do down here, modifications to lockers, but we're hoping to have that accomplished by the end of next week.
It's the H&V unit, new H&V unit replaced in the garage.
And I believe that's all the photos.
But Chief, I hope you can get your cruisers under that one. That was always a tight fit underneath the old unit, but that one looks tight.
Well, we'll squeeze something under there.
Bike storage. But this is our sort of look ahead for the finish line. As you can see, we're kind of running out to the middle of May, but there's only a couple spaces left to complete, and the major work now is getting those units checked out and commit and tested. So that's where the focus is now. And the last couple of spaces, again, as Adam mentioned, those are small little single space rooms that will be fairly easy to turn over quickly. So finish lines in view.
That's all I had.
All right. Is there any questions or comments regarding the construction update? All right, hearing none. Before we head to the high school, Chief Scory.
All good. Thank you.
Good. All right. Deputy Chief Calabrese.
All good. Thanks, Joe.
All right, and Chief Sullivan, Mike, nice to see you. Everything all right? Oh, maybe didn't hear me.
I saw a thumbs up.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We will move on to the high school. If there's no other questions, we're going to public safety building. As indicated, next month, we'll be having the opening of it and the preview of it for the permanent building committee.
I'm kind of having technical difficulties. I don't know what's happening here. I can't close out, but give me a
Do you want-
second.
Do you want me to share the presentation for the high school?
If you could, I don't know what's happening here. Well, wait a minute, might be. Yeah, go ahead.
Tim, you need to be co-host.
That's all right. I think I can share it.
I
Can
got
you see the screen? Can you see the high school?
PCO
No.
for
We just see public safety.
How about now?
we
now we
see,
go.
No?
Which is
oh,
And
Tim, I
disappeared too.
made you a co-host if you need to do it.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
All right.
Is that my screen or yours, Tim?
It's not mine.
This is yours when it says
Yours.
started screen sharing.
Can you see it or no?
No, it's told us you're sharing your screen, but that's all it says.
I'm gonna stop share because I don't know what's happening to my computer. It's going crazy. I can't even stop the share, so.
All right, Tim, it's all on you.
Let's see if I can share without her sharing. I don't know. Is there something wrong with the server?
It finally
There we go.
stopped my share, so you should be able to do it now.
Okay. Can you see
Yeah.
that?
All right.
Okay, first up on the agenda is approval of the meeting minutes from March 15th, and then the review of the March invoices, a quick budget update, and then we'll give you a short update, design update, particularly on the design focus groups and just what's ahead for the design development schedule, and then talk about upcoming meetings.
I move that we approve the March 15th, 2023 meeting minutes as written.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Are there any objections to approving the meeting minutes of March 15th, 2023? Hearing none, they're approved.
Next, are March invoices.
I move that we approve the OPM design development to Left Field invoice number 21 dated 3/31 for the sum of $133,160.
Second.
Any discussion? Just so that people understand, this is a monthly fee that has been already vetted and approved through the MSBA, and this is essentially a payment plan over the period of this design development. I talked to Lynn about this earlier. There any other questions? Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
I move that we approve the AE design development invoice from SMMA. God, their invoices could be simpler. Invoice number 0059096 dated 4/5 for the sum of $445,459.
Second.
any discussions? This is the same payment plan over the period of time for the design development. This is a monthly figure that we'll be getting. Any other questions? Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
unanimous.
I move that we approve for geotechnical and geoenvironmental services provided by SSMA and Loloff Geotechnical Consulting, invoice number 00599096, dated 4/5, for the sum of $18,222.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
I move for pre-construction services, bond buildings invoice PC2. I like that invoice, dated 04/06, for the sum of $28,333.33.
Second.
any discussion? Hearing none. Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Wayne,
yes,
Mark,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
All right.
I know we
Next.
just approved these, but I mean, we're doing $500,000 a month for SMMA over 10 months. Is that how I'm reading it right?
Yes.
For,
That's correct.
all right, well, all right. I'm in
That's
the
part
wrong
of the design
business.
development.
All right.
You also have to remember that's also their consultant teams as well, which I think they're carrying 26 on this project. So that invoice is,
26 firms, that's not the number of people. It's a lot more people working on it.
no, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, firms, not people.
Next,
Right.
Tim,
Lynn,
I don't have control.
the budget
Yes.
update.
I can't
Okay.
see it, so mine's frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen too. It's frozen for me. There we go. Can you see that now?
I see,
We
Crowley's
see
Clippers.
Crowley's Clippers.
that's one past where we should be, but,
Is
oh,
it?
anyway, we do have no, that's right. We do
Okay.
have, a request to approve this this came in, yesterday, from the school department. And it's from Crowley Clippers. They're the ones that repaired the turf after the testing was done. And, the school department asked that you guys approve it in advance. I will include it on next month's invoicing, but they would like for us to submit it sooner than next month's reporting so that they can get paid. They said they had a hard time getting them to come back because it took like 6 to 8 weeks to get paid the last time, just based on how the approval process goes.
We never had a bill from them before.
We did. We had one other bill from them.
Yeah, did their work. So this isn't actually ahead. The work's been done and completed.
The work's been done and completed. It's just because I didn't get it in time
Yeah.
to include with the March invoices. I just got it yesterday. They asked if we could go ahead and have it approved so they could get paid in advance. I will include it with next month's invoices, but they would like for us to
And
send
This
this one.
is gonna come out of what line item, Lynn?
It comes out of, because this is part of the feasibility study phase, it'll come out of that 300 and something we had left over in feasibility study.
Fine,
It'll come out of that contingency fund.
okay. I move that we approve Crowley's Clippers for repair of the turf field after the geotechnical work was done for the sum of $1,145. Invoice number,
Whatever.
it's
I don't see
6.
the number.
56702.
Second.
All right. Any questions or comments? Tom,
Yes.
Chip,
Yes.
Phil,
Yes.
Wayne,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Next. So just so everyone knows, while this includes all the other invoices, it does not include Crowley's Clippers. It will be applied next month to the budget, but we are currently 88% committed and for the feasibility study, 84 expended for the feasibility study, and we have 310,133 costs left over from the feasibility schematic design phase. I will apply the Crowley's Clippers invoice to that amount. But after that, we should, I think we may have one other invoice to that for some of the other technical work, and then we'll be done. And that the remaining funds can drop down into the owner's contingency.
Is there any time period that we have to wait to do that, Lynn, or as soon as you feel like you've got all invoices in, you can close this phase?
I will close this phase, but to make that budget move, we probably will wait until we do a BR, and I'll just include it with that budget revision request at the time we do another move. If there is one.
Okay,
Otherwise, there's another realignment of the budget that occurs once the GMP is set. We can do it at that point as well.
Can you shift some of this to the public buildings? Just kidding. Just curious. All right, good.
Next.
any other questions on the budget update?
Well, this is for the total project budget.
Okay, go ahead.
Today, we are 12% committed, and we've only expended 1% of the overall budget with 88% uncommitted. Next.
All right, before we start here, Lynn, I just want to let everybody know that these design focus groups, I think it's important that members of the Permanent Building Committee be involved in this, in these, except for the educational planning. The other focus groups, which will be meeting in the next month, and you'll see the schedule as it develops. But I want to make sure that members of the Permanent Building Committee are in each one of these focus groups and are able to report on their activities as well. Okay.
And one the tag team with Joe a little bit is we have asked that the times for these meetings be extended probably to 4 or later, so that those of us that work and aren't retired or don't have time on our hands at 11 and 12 o'clock can thoughtfully do it without disrupting too much of your day. So we do request again that more people get involved. It's a big project and we need to have a lot of eyes on it.
Absolutely, and that's the most important thing, as many of our eyes on our thoughts and our anything else we can have on this. This is going to be a long and involved process. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Oh, I got a quick one. Do we know when we were notified about these tentative meetings like 10 days ago, but we haven't seen any times yet? Like,
No,
I just ask that we try to please get these things scheduled in some format as soon as possible, because schedules are filling up quickly. So
correct, and that's what we discussed at the leadership meeting, and that's going to happen ASAP. Okay.
So there are 6 groups: educational planning, site design, exterior and interior design, MEP systems and sustainable design, safety and security design, and construction logistics. We had the top 5 of these previously during the schematic design phase when we were doing the initial programming, and we added the construction logistics now that we're in the pre-construction phase. But I did send around a list, and I tried to assign 2 PPC members to each of these groups. The intent is to have 2 meetings with each of these focus groups during the design development phase, which will be May and June, so that we can kind of take a look at what was derived from the original meetings in the plan view, and talk about them and kind of refined the plans and site as we go along in design development. And there's been numerous educational planning meetings that have already taken place, and I don't know if Brian would like to say a few words about that.
Sure. The design team had a contingent go to the high school last week. We had 4 straight days of meetings, I think 24 or so different meeting sessions with administration, staff, which is educators, and also other building staff, departmental staff, to go over plan review, talk about furniture needs, how spaces are intended to be used at a finer grain of detail than we had at schematic design. So we've collected a lot of information that we're now putting into a set of minutes and making sense of. There's really not a lot that's new in the bigger picture, but in terms of furniture, equipment, technology, those things, now we can have our consultants really work on putting together the design. On the other side of of what's going on, we have been ramping up efforts with engineers and consultants and our internal team of architects and interior designers, having meetings, onboarding staff who were not involved in the project before. As you saw with the invoice, there are a lot of personnel involved, and so we're in the process of getting everyone kind of flowing in the same direction, and also getting everyone integrated with a 3-dimensional building model, which is going to be sort of an online shared resource that everyone contributes to, and that's how we achieve our coordination. So there's a lot going on, not a lot really in terms of design products to share yet, but as we move toward these focus group meetings, we'll have quite a bit more to explore in terms of design updates.
Next.
Lynn,
So these are,
Lynn,
yes,
can we make sure that those meeting minutes and the educational planning are distributed to the members of the permanent building committee, please?
yes, definitely.
And any other minutes that any other focus groups or any minutes that are taken of those meetings as well be distributed to all members of the permanent building committee, because from now on, in accordance with the town charter, this project is the permanent building committee's purview. Thank you.
Yes,
And
definitely.
I meant to say, just to sort of bridge the gap here, those meetings include a lot of wish lists. So now is the time we go in and we basically include in the drawings what makes sense to leadership and to this group. The focus groups are the opportunity to take what we've learned and what we've been asked to do on the educational side and to present that, and then that becomes a lot of the content for these upcoming meetings. So that's meant to be part of the chain of information that's coming to the PBC. But we will need minutes too.
The other thing I would ask Brian and the SMMA team is that as these focus groups become more prevalent, as we start having these meetings, that if there's things you want reacted to or opinions you want to be had, that we should get materials well as far in advance as possible, so that you have a chance to look at it and think about it, as compared to trying to process it at the focus group. So if you have drawings and that you can send out earlier, so people can look at them and think about their questions and thoughts, I think it may make your meetings more productive.
Understood, will do.
So I did send out a preliminary schedule when I was sending out lists to people, but we have modified that a little bit. And these are right now the dates that we have set aside. These two first meetings, they're safety pre-meetings before the focus groups. One is with the district that's scheduled for the 25th, and one is with police and fire that's looking to be scheduled on the 27th. Next slide. And then in May is when we really start our focus group meetings. And like I said before, there should be 2 meetings per group. The safety focus group is first meetings on May 2nd. For the safety and the ed plan focus groups, first meetings May 9th. The site focus group is May 10th. And the MEP systems and sustainability focus group on May 11th. Then we have exterior interior focus group on May 1st. And first group meeting is on May 18th, and the construction logistics group May 19th. Next slide. And then in June, we get to all of the second meetings for each of these groups. Ed planning group, June 2nd. MEP Systems and Sustainability, June 8th, Site Focus Group on June 12th, Exterior Interior Focus Group on June 13th, and the Construction Focus Group on June 14th. These focus group meetings will be held in the afternoon, as Chip said, and we're looking to do that at 4 o'clock. So we'll get these out to everybody shortly so that everybody has it on their calendar. Next slide. This is a little bit, the intent is to have these focus group meetings and then provide an update to the PBC. So the first group of focus group meetings will provide an update on the May 11th and the June 8th. Right now, I'd like to propose changing that to June 15th, so we get more of the focus group updates in there. Again, I also would like to propose another meeting of the PBC on July 27th, because we need to make a submission to MSBA for design development on August 1st. So I'd like to schedule a second meeting in July to vote to submit that design development.
Can we do billing and that together, Lynn, as July is vacation time, July and August?
Yes.
So can we do just one in July and combine the billing and that? Or do you need to prior to that?
I think you're gonna, July 13th is to review where we're at with estimates for design development and any proposed BE. So I think that we could be ready to go ahead and vote to submit the design development on the 13th. If everybody's happy with everything, we can do that and vote then and not have the 27th.
Probably need it, I would think, those 2 weeks.
So it's not, I mean,
We can try, we can always cancel it, put it on the calendar.
okay,
That's right. We can always just put it on there.
right. I mean,
We can
it's,
always take it off.
okay, we'll put it on for now, and
Yep.
if we're able to do it both on July 13th, we will do that.
Okay.
Next. And this is the same thing I just said, looking to change June 8th to June 15th and proposing a second meeting in July 27th. And that's all I had for tonight.
Well, how about the focus groups? Who's in them and all that? Wasn't there a screen on that?
I didn't put together a screen on that. I had sent that out to everybody that was in the groups.
All right.
But
I'm asking the members of the Permanent Building Committee, have you received that? Do you know what focus groups you're in? Do you have any questions regarding it?
I'm all set. MEP, me and looks like me and Chip.
John, did you get your?
Yeah, Lynn sent out that list. I think I'm on that site focus. Yep.
Okay, you're all set with it?
Yep.
Phil?
Yep.
Okay, Mark,
Yep, I'm on site.
and
With John.
Tom, you're all set as well?
Quick question.
all set.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure everybody's okay with it.
Who's on safety and security?
Jason, is it Jason?
Jay and Phil. Yeah, Cohen and Phil.
Jason, okay, yeah, Jason couldn't make it tonight.
So
And-
let's do some more things then.
Right. And for everyone's information, there's a new member of the Permanent Building Committee, but it hasn't been officially sent to me yet.
How much longer is Richard on the committee?
I was re-upped too.
Yeah, anybody who, I think, who else was re-upped? Mark, were you?
I was up and Phil were too.
And
And
Jim.
Phil?
Yeah.
Don't forget, you have to go get sworn in and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the town clerk's office. And as I indicated, there is a new member and we'll fit her into the focus groups once it's officially acknowledged.
And
Can I add-
Joe,
Oh, sorry. I was gonna ask Richard Conway, is he a voting member? And is he, I
No.
didn't see his name on any groups.
He's no longer a member.
Oh, no? Okay,
Yeah, Richard had an issue, a conflict.
got it.
He works for the MSBA.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Bit of a conflict.
all right. All right, take him off.
Are there
take him
any
off
other
the meeting
questions?
minutes then.
We all done, Lynn?
We're all done.
Any other matters not anticipated for the agenda?
Joe, we gonna fill Richard's seat? We have to wait, we don't have to wait a whole year to fill an empty seat, do we?
I just told you, there's a new member has been appointed.
Oh, I didn't realize she was taking Richard's seat. I thought that was just a regular opening.
I'll
No.
fill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
Okay,
been for over a year.
So, we're just waiting for,
Because we lost Janine and Tim, right?
yeah, but
Wayne became a permanent
Wayne
member.
became a
Yeah.
voting member
Oh, I see.
when Janine
That's
left.
right.
And her name is, we'll wait.
Aaron.
I just haven't received anything from town hall yet to announce it, so there's nothing I can do. I'd hope to have her available for the meeting tonight. But I have not received official word.
I move
Is there
that we,
any- Go ahead.
I move that we adjourn.
Is there a lovely second to that?
Second.
And all in favor, click leave meeting.
Right.
All right, take care, everybody.
Thank you.